Welcome back to the Great War, as we try and take on the French as the wonderful Central Powers, my friends. Now, we had a pretty, I would say, crazy start here. I was going down engineering, and I essentially went straight for gas shells. I still don't regret it. I think it's fun as hell, but I want to go ahead and focus on supply now. The French have done a damn good job at breaking through certain points, and I've gotten some really good advice on what points we should be attacking. Ypres looked like something we could certainly take this turn, but considering the amount of manpower here, I'm not entirely sure. Although there are areas behind Verdun, like Bar-le-Duc, that we could try and cut off, and many of you guys have recommended this. So I want to thank you for that. Number one is going ahead and trying to cut the enemy off here where the road is going, and that way we would shut down Verdun for the enemy. Although, of course, this Bar-le-Duc area is not going to be an easy one to attack from, but I am going to move every single damn one of these units into an attack on Bar-le-Duc, and we're hoping for a major victory. Of course, we're crossing some pretty deadly terrain here. It's still winter time, so there's a bunch of snow everywhere. I'm hoping we've got the resilience to break on through. As always, I would ask with these series to please like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you want to see the next episode. It's really rough on YouTube these days, and I'm sure even your favorite YouTubers have told you the same thing, that we're just not getting as many views, especially for long-form videos. All that YouTube wants now are shorts, evidently, so please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into this fight, see what we're facing exactly, and hopefully we come out with a victory. Now, I am going to be going for that point B, guys. It's telling us, you know, this is one of the objectives we could complete, but unfortunately, we don't actually have any barbed wire to use at the moment. So what I am going to do is start getting my guns set up, and actually, this wouldn't be such a bad place to have some observation balloons, but for 150, man, I don't know. It seems a bit excessive. We'll get some additional heavy artillery here. I might even grab a third heavy artillery piece. Really investing in those instead of anything else. And I'm hoping that it's going to pay off. Getting that observation balloon. See, we could only pick one of these sections. And Section B is quite a ways away. So since we're not really facing a defensive battle, I think I'm going to hold off. I'm tempted to even get, like, light guns here. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get some light guns. And the rest are going to be our standard infantry, as well as our elite infantry.
Verstärkung bereit. Wir sind eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle.
We also have plenty of conscripts, and actually, I could actually use these conscripts for defensive operations, but I don't think I'm going to mess with that. However, in front of X here, as you can see, we don't really have much defense at all. So I'm going to grab some of the guys here too, and we're just going to make it standard German infantry there. 1, 2, 3. And the rest will be conscripts, again, so that we can save some cash, assuming the enemy decides to advance. And then we'll have some additional units here. This is assuming we go for point A, which I don't even think we're going to have time to go for. But we'll wait and see. And you know what? Might as well bring in some additional infantry. All right, guys, let's begin the fight. The idea, of course, is to bombard the B area so much that we can get in there with our men and, of course, claim a victory. Although taking that victory point, man, that would be the bee's knees. Being able to take that, or at least being able to take point A and point B, would really be beneficial to us in this war effort. We need some victories, not just land grabs, but actual victories going forward, because the enemy has been pretty damn vicious here. So here we go, guys. Wish us the best of luck. We're not messing around in this fight. There is currently a blizzard going on, which is definitely going to affect us. But what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to pause the game, and I am going to order some immediate attacks. So we've got this unit going straight for that position. These guys, I want them going straight for that position right there. I want this guy going for this one over here. And we're going to keep on grabbing units and ordering them to these areas, because I am going to go for basically an overwhelm approach, where we just, yep, you guessed it, try and overwhelm the enemy with attacks. Why doesn't this guy want to move? A little strange.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir müssen los.
We're simply going to send them forward like that, and we're even going to bring in some additional infantry.
Wir sind eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle.
5.
Wir kommen wohl zu spät zur Party.
And that's it, guys. We are going to go ahead and get started. We are prepared with our guns. So the second we have a chance to go ahead and let the enemy have it, that's what we're going for. But again, the overwhelm approach is my choice here. I really just want to get close, wait to see the enemy guns, and start opening up the second we spot them. In fact, just to make things a little easier, we're going to grab some gas, and I am immediately going to drop some gas right there. Hopefully to silence some of the enemy. There we go. Deutschland!
Mannschaften bereit!
Boom!
Unsere Ziele! Seid bereit, Jungs!
Boom! I'm trying to hit the enemy machine guns right now, guys. Just trying to silence those MGs. Keep on firing, keep on firing. Told you we're going for the straight up charge approach. Let's do it, and if we can get in there where the machine guns are, we can actually just go ahead and destroy them with grenades. In fact, it looks like that's exactly what our men are doing right now. They're having some trouble with this part of the trench. Keep on going, though, boys. Keep on going, damn it. There we go. Man, attacks throughout the trench. I tell you what, I'm going to try to hit that machine gun there. Yep, we're gonna have to bring in some additional units, that's for sure. They're not giving this one up easy. Nonetheless, I want to try and cause serious damage amongst the lines. So heavy artillery there, guys, right on top of them. Incredibly, our guys almost held on to that trench. But the important thing is we also destroyed all of the enemy machine guns there. Why don't we give them a nice dose of gas right there? It is on top of the trench we have, but it's going to cause a tremendous amount of damage to any existing trench. And we can use that final shot there to destroy the machine gun. All right, there we go, guys. Let's bring in some additional men. The first group distinguished themselves bravely, managing to destroy a bunch of the enemy's MGs. But of course, now we need to come in with renewed strength for another attack. And again, I'm just making sure and hoping that that machine gun is destroyed. I do believe it is. But let's be safe. There we go. We're going to do another mass assault. Good old-fashioned World War I mass assault. Boom. Oh, look at that. They're actually going to come to us. That's fine. Don't stop your enemy when he's making a mistake, am I right? So here we go. We're just simply going to suppress them. Just want to make sure that our men are not going to take shots in return from them. And let the men go to work. Here we go. Still devastating machine gun fire there. There's not much we can do about it. Come on. Well, that's... Go for it, boys. I'm gonna put these guys here in skirmish formation and let them engage the enemy. I'm gonna suppress that trench, and we're getting a lot of damage from it. And I believe we're also getting some damage from somewhere back here. There might be some sort of other MG or something like that. Although short of that, I'm gonna drop some gas. And again, trying to overwhelm the enemy here. Get into that damn trench, boys. Come on. Get the elites in there as well. Boom. Is this going to be enough? Man, I hope so. We better get these guys into this trench quickly because the enemy is putting up a really good defense. I'm hoping it's not going to matter, though, here with these continuous bursts of fire. And again, this is mostly a suppressive weapon, the light artillery. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. Just going to go ahead and send some boys in. Whoa! Whoa! What the hell? Okay, I was not expecting that. Enemy going directly for our artillery, man. Hopefully, though, we can at least take point B here. It does look like we are grabbing it. I did not expect that. Is the AI getting a little smarter? I think it is, guys. I have never had the AI attack these areas. That's interesting. All right, well, there we go.
Bereit für Feuerweite vorbereiten. Ladet sie nach.
Talk about that. Talk about a serious situation, man. All I want to do is take B. And of course, if we can have enough men on this point to avoid having them charge the actual victory point, I might go ahead and accept that. That B. That's not going to be an issue. Don't let them win, boys. We're going to send in the elites there, or actually the standard German infantry, to assist in the trench combat. How are things going at B? I think we're about to grab it. I think we're about to grab B. And hopefully it's not going to make much of a difference here. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. How in the world did they do that? All right, guys, we're going straight for the trench. That is so annoying. I've never had that happen.
Wir sind verloren. Melde mich zum Dienst.
Positionen vorbereiten. Granaten für leichte Sperrfeuer laden.
Das ist zu viel. Schneller zu. Verstärkung macht Meldung.
Talk about crazy, man. I really have never seen that happen before. The AI has got to be getting better.
Zum Gefecht verteilen. Rettet euch. Lauft!
We've got a ceasefire right now. We've got B, and I'm thinking that since they did not actually capture at the end there, the best thing we could do is a ceasefire. That is insane what they just did. Let's see what the actual end results end up being. So it will be just a stalemate. I'll take that. That's fine. It looks like we managed to kill 4,000 of the enemy. They killed far more of our men, of course, because we were on the attack. But man, what a vicious fight. And them going for that central point, I've never seen the AI do that, so I'm guessing they did an update, they improved the AI, and now in future battles, we have to actually have some defenders on that point. A little bit of a cheap stalemate, but I'll take it. Let's go ahead, and there we go. National morale change, of course. Should we go for yet another attack? I think we should. But I always like to hear your guys' recommendations in the comments below, so do keep that in mind. Over here, it also looks like in Koisnak, we've got some additional men to disperse around the area. So I think Colmar is probably going to be a pretty dangerous place. We want to have some men there. Let's send 3 to Colmar. And the rest in Koisnak. I want to attack Ypres, so I'm going to send them to Oudenarde. And this is only because next turn, like I said, I'd love to attack Ypres and have sufficient units to actually take it. Unfortunately, that's not the case here, and I'm not thinking necessarily that we should go on an attack again if we had that much trouble with the first one. So I'm going to end the turn there and turn it over to the enemy. I need some national will. Let's waste some of the gold reserves just in an effort to boost that national will a little bit. And it's quite rainy. It seems the enemy has chosen not to attack. Interesting. Okay. Well, that for sure means we're going to have to go for Ypres, and I don't even think we have... Like, it's probably not going to work in our favor because it's a very defensible point. So maybe we go again for an attack on Bar-le-Duc from Metz and come out with a victory this time. Well, before we do anything, let's go ahead and focus on the research points here. I like the wartime donations. I like the region intelligence here. All structures and current levels of supply in enemy regions. But believe it or not, I'm kind of tempted to go for the infantry focus. We're gonna upgrade our infantry with better helmets. So I'm hoping that means that these attacks are gonna, go a little better overall. So let's take the unit from Metz once again, and we're going to take all of them, and we are gonna attack in Bar-le-Duc once again. They're suggesting it's gonna be a minor loss, but we are gonna ignore them, and we are going again for the attack. We've got to think about that central point, though. We can't just leave it undefended, which kind of amazes me. I'm thinking we might even need to spend some money on machine guns just to defend the area properly. You don't usually expect a counterattack like that, so let's hope we have a little bit more success in this upcoming fight. All right, it looks like the snow is gone. But again, will you guys help me understand this? Because remember, we took that B area in the last battle. So now we no longer have it. So that's not sure why that is. Nonetheless, just so that we don't have that happen again, I'm going to do this.
Verstärkung bereit.
I'm going to dedicate some actual infantry to it. I'll even give them a nice little machine gun over here. Now we have to focus on which line we actually want to advance with. I'd like to advance with both of them, obviously, but that doesn't seem to be as easy. That A point goes all the way back. It looks like 5 different trench lines. B, same story. So let's see if we can't get like 2 heavy guns here that cover both points. Do something like this. Boom. And boom. And you know what we should do? We should have trenches to protect the guns. Like, duh, right? So we'll put... maybe we can't. Okay, well, we're going to have to get lucky with the guns. Here's what I can do. I can do just standard trenches behind them. And go ahead and put some men there. We'll make conscripts. Just guys to keep an eye on things. And then over here on Y, guys, we are going to prepare our assault group. So here we go. Sturmtruppen.
Verstärkung bereit. Wir sind eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle.
Got to be really careful with the points, though, because we're going to end up spending a lot of points just sending these guys into potentially a really deadly situation. I'm going to have to bring another gun, guys. We can't just have, you know, this many guns. We need even more fire support. So I'm going to drop some there, and I'm hoping that that's going to lead us to victory. Let's make sure to drop some infantry over here in this area on the X as well. And we're just going to make it conscripts, because I don't want to waste many of our points. And really, I just want these guys here as placeholders. So we'll do that. Hopefully that will stop the enemy from launching a counterattack. Wish us luck, my friends. It is giving us that build barbed wire thing, but we have not yet researched the barbed wire. So maybe just to accomplish the mission, we should. Nonetheless, begin the fight. Wish us the best of luck, men. I hope this can be a victory. All right, first things first. Gonna make our first attack group.
Verstärkung bereit. Wir sind eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle.
And unfortunately, we can't get unlimited men, so we're going to have to send a sacrificial lamb forward. But what we could also do is just do what we did in the previous battle, approach and fire as we approach. I actually think that's somewhat better than just sending, you know, guys to check out the situation, because eventually you are going to overwhelm the enemy with manpower. So let's just get those guys out there. Beautiful. Get these guys out here. Get these guys out here. Or not.
Bereit machen. Wir sind unterwegs.
Again, we don't want to get too close, just close enough to draw fire.
Achtung! Wir müssen los.
And then we want to back up a bit.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Jetzt aber im Laufschritt.
I think we got to go for those first 2 trenches first, so let's do that. We're just going to order... And actually, I'm going to go ahead and pause. Just to give these orders. Boom. And I've sent 2 over here, 2 over there. Then we're going to do 3 over here. And 3 over here. They're definitely going to have a machine gun probably right there, so I think I'm already going to open up. I'm already pretty sure they're going to have an MG there, so let's go.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Feuerstellung einnehmen.
Yep, I was right. That is definitely a machine gun position. We're going to fire at the first trench right there. And they are definitely going to let us have it with the artillery. Nonetheless, I am going to continue firing. Our goal here is, of course, just to get into that first trench line. That's it.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen. Warten auf Befehle. Stellung gehen. Bereit machen. Bereit an der Linie. Achtung, ausrücken.
Leave some guys here for these skirmish battles.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir warten auf Befehle. Feuerstellung einnehmen.
Get in there, boys. Get in there. That was a quick grab. I got to tell you guys, very quick grab. We're still going to need to use the guns to silence that enemy MG right there. but we can probably hold off just a bit. In fact, we can probably just go ahead and get through the trench here and destroy the MG manually.
In Stellung gehen!
Beautiful.
Wir halten hier die Stellung.
Wunderbar.
Bereit an der Linie. Diese Stellung gehört uns.
Oh, of course, they're immediately going to attack us with the artillery. There we go. I think we're going to be able to take point B, guys. At least I'm hoping. But it's looking pretty good.
Warten auf Befehle.
What I'd like to do is go for that central victory point, and that, I believe, wins us the battle. But will it be easy to get through? I'm not sure. And also, do we need to take that MG out first? I'm thinking it's probably safe to, right?
An die Linie.
Of course, while all this is going on, look at this. Look at this. And we cannot hit because, unfortunately, the gas grenades there, or the artillery, is too far from the enemy. And look at this, man. Talk about a shitty situation to be in. We're essentially just trading points now. The conscripts are actually holding out really well, but they cannot hold out continuously against all of this. Come on, man.
Das ist zu viel. Rückzug.
Was not expecting that. Again, like I said, the AI is doing much better, man. Maybe we upped the difficulty without knowing it, although I don't think so. I'm not giving up, though. I am not giving up. The only frustrating thing is we can't do anything in terms of artillery fire on these guys.
Verstärkung bereit.
Oh, yeah.
Seid bereit, Jungs. Bereit für Feuerbefehle.
We just did not think they would do this. We didn't think they would attack.
Wir sind eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle. Warten auf Befehle. Die Generäle wollen diesen Abschnitt haben.
Don't surrender, boys. We still have B. We will take back X.
Wir halten hier. Der Feind hat diese Position eingenommen.
And incredibly, the conscripts are still putting up an amazing fight, man. Gotta give them a lot of respect. We should approach from the tree line here. So we're actually gonna get into the woods. Oh. We're gonna have to send some boys into this trench, but we should be able to overwhelm the French here.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir müssen diese Stellung halten.
What a shame to not be able to use those wonderful, wonderful machine guns, artillery pieces, etc. But this is going to have to do. And what I'm going to do is just be in that skirmish mode in the woods, in the tree line, although it looks like we're putting up a pretty good fight even from here. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, we can barely make it into the tree line without receiving pretty nasty fire. So let's send some of the guys into this trench.
Das ist zu viel! Rückzug! Melde mich zum Dienst.
Good news is, of course, B is ours, and maybe eventually we can even advance. But not right now. Right now, they're just bombarding us, trying to get as much damage as possible. Sehr gut.
Verstärkung macht
We're gonna have to send one of the advanced infantry units for sure. So many men are being lost just in the close combat element of this, guys. Here we go. There's our German elite infantry. Let's see if they can break through pretty quickly. And look at that. We've got additional French units trying to get through over here on this trench. It's a true bloodbath, this fight. A true bloodbath.
Achtung! Diese Stellung gehört uns.
You can hold that, boys.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir
I
müssen
trust
diese
them to
Stellung
hold that
halten.
position. The question is, can they break through over here and retake X? I would consider that a huge victory if they do.
Wir sind eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle.
Fortunately, it's not looking like it. They've got plenty of defenders here, though once we make it into the tree line, see, I don't believe they can actually see us quite well here. As you can see, we're getting like pretty good shots from the tree line. I'm also going to put these guys in a skirmish mode.
Achtung! Wir haben neue Befehle.
No, they've got eyes on for sure. And they're still trying to break through over here, man. They're getting pretty desperate. Well, we still got guns here. Let's try and maximize casualties. go for the main point? I think we might. I think we
Kommen wohl zu
might.
spät zur Party.
The battle's not over, and I think the goal right now is going to be just to hold our area here, period.
Wir haben neue
So
Befehle.
let's get some more guys in the trenches.
Warten auf Befehle. In Stellung gehen! Zurück nach hinten! Verstärkung macht Meldung.
We're going to have to accept the loss there of X. And the reason I don't want to just give up is we have so many points left to spend, man. So
Bereit machen.
let's keep
Wir
pushing.
halten hier. Bereit an der Linie. Nachladen. An die Linie.
And really, I'm just hoping they don't have enough men to take this point, because then they'll go for the central point. They might even go for the guns here pretty soon, for all we know. Here we go, guys.
Achtung!
Stressful, huh? Boom. Let's
Feuerstellung
get some guys in
einnehmen.
there. Boom.
Mannschaft, diese Position mit
All right, suppressive fire.
Seid bereit, Jungs.
Standard fire.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Auf der ersten Linie Stellung. Augen offen Stellung.
Go, go, go.
In Stellung.
We can use some damn gas. We can definitely use some gas. Why do they always pop us back over here with the damn gas? And let's drop the gas right there, because there are enemies approaching from all sides.
Wir haben neue
Just gonna send this guy right into the trench to continue the fight, and there we go. We've got gas all over the enemy.
Warten auf Befehle. An die Linie.
Well, that's get into that trench. Look at them run.
Schwenkt die weiße Fahne. Achtung, wir müssen
Then
diese
some more.
Stellung halten.
We can send some more, boys. I'm just gonna use this to suppress the advancing infantry.
Die Waffen niederlegen. Wir haben neue Befehle. Die Generäle wollen diesen Abschnitt haben. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen.
Positionen
And over here, once again, I'm just gonna use the heavy artillery. They actually stopped at the perfect time, those little
Wir können
bastards.
hier nicht gewinnen.
Didn't expect them to do that at all. Let's use the suppressive fire here. Suppress, suppress, suppress.
Wir sind eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle.
And as you can see, guys, I am still sending in additional men.
Die Arme hoch, Jungs. Wir haben neue Befehle. In Stellung gehen. Melde mich zum Dienst.
I'm already getting those guns ready because, of course, they broke through, which is not fun. Nonetheless, we want to try and overwhelm them once again, so I'm just going to go ahead and suppress this unit here.
Warten auf Befehle. Bereit an der
Try and keep it
Linie.
under very heavy fire, and I'm going to grab these guys, go for that location right there, and we're going to keep on hitting the units over here that are advancing. I think we can really maximize casualties, although you know what? I'd love to do one more gas attack back here. Just make sure that the enemy doesn't do anything for a little bit, so we're going to pop the gas.
Achtung! Wir halten Feuerstellung einnehmen! Wir haben neue Befehle. Auf der Feuerstufe
Go, boys.
bereit machen!
Positionen vorbereiten.
Gas seems to be damn effective. We can even keep suppressing these guys, but I don't think we have to.
Die Waffen
What I think we need to do is just go ahead and drop rounds wherever the hell the enemy's attacking from.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Warten auf Befehle. Bereit machen. Bereit
Just get in the trench. Just get in the trench. At this point, it's all about just getting in the trench. We're so damn close, guys. We're so close to actually being able to break through here.
Verstärkung macht Meldung. Wir haben neue Befehle. Einnehmen.
Mannschaften bereit. Feuerweite klar machen.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen.
I definitely don't want to count our eggs before they hatch, though.
Verstärkung bereit.
So let's just bring in some conscripts here. We've got quite a few conscript companies we could bring in. Might not be the greatest unit, but we just are not in a position to spend a lot of cash here, a lot of Reichsmarks. We need to make this, we need to be smart about this, let's put it that way. There we go. And I'm going to continue moving forward, guys, towards the actual main victory point with the rest of my infantry. So let's do that. I could even bring additional forces. We've got some men over here still. So let me do that. Let me grab these guys and pull them over to this area.
Achtung!
Gonna send some guys in here as well. As you can see, I'm just sort of leapfrogging, slowly leapfrogging up the trench line. I also really want to take out those artillery guns, so hopefully we can get there really soon. In fact, I'm going to send some of these guys right there, go straight for the enemy's guns. Same with this guy right here. I'm just going to order him to advance into the trench line, and we're going to go straight for those guns and destroy them. Get rid of the enemy's artillery completely, and guys, this might be our first major victory. I don't even know if we can call it a major victory. We'll have to wait and see. Oh yeah, they still have been there for sure, waiting to repel borders. And unfortunately, our conscripts are going to be in a little bit of a mess. Let's let them fight it out, though. They can probably really weaken the enemy, even if they don't win the fight. This one's for all the marbles, my friends. All the marbles. And yeah, we're going to have to send in our advanced infantry. That's okay, though. The conscripts serve their purpose. And look at this, attacking from both sides. Could you imagine the confusion? Here we go. The enemy will surrender for sure here. And there we go, guys. I think that's going to be a major victory. I'm hoping, anyway. With the enemy taking that X, I'm not sure it counts as a major victory. Maybe just to be certain, we should get some additional guys over here. Prepare for an enemy counterattack.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen.
You know what? We'll also bring in some additional German infantry over here. Because we could also go for that A point. We still have that potential. Unfortunately, you know, I learned a lesson with the artillery. I was way too confident there, and the enemy took advantage of that. We do not want that happening again.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Die Generäle wollen diesen Abschnitt haben.
Come on, give us that point. That's what I'm talking about, boys and girls.
Warten auf
I'm
Befehl.
not sure why that artillery's not destroyed yet, but let's make that happen.
Wir halten hier die Stellung.
Like I said, we could continue the assault and keep on pushing the enemy. We have time. We have the manpower, of course. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Just make sure that these guys completely destroy the enemy artillery. It's also going to count to the overall battle score, guys. Like whether we win or lose or get a major victory or a minor victory. So I find it to be very important. But this would be Germania's first major victory or victory period. Everything else we've had has been a stalemate. So let's see if we can change things here. We can't forget also that our guns can reach here. So let's do some good old-fashioned suppressive fire. Attack! Angriff!
Schwenkt die weiße Fahne! Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir müssen diese Stellung an der Linie. Verstärkung macht Meldung.
Bereit für
Die
Feuerbefehle!
Waffen niederlegen!
Feuerweite! Feuerweite! Einleiten!
Munition prüfen!
Oh
An die
boy.
Linie!
Get in that trench. Get in that trench. They've got plenty of defenders. They don't want to lose that point A.
Ladet sie nach! Für Bereichsfeuerweite! Alle Waffen abfeuern!
Erhalten neue Befehle! Warten auf Befehle! Bereit machen! Die Generäle wollen
go,
diesen
boys.
Abschnitt haben! Wir halten hier!
22 points left, guys. Essentially enough for 2 more barrages. Not going to be easy here at all. Let's go.
Positionen vorbereiten! Sperrfeuer!
Wir haben
Unsere
Wir
Ziele!
können hier nicht gewinnen! Wir haben neue Befehle!
There we go. Well, the Zeppelin is down.
Diese Stellung gehört uns! Wir haben neue
Now we
Befehle!
need to try and get these guys into a nice little fight.
Warten auf
Try
Befehle!
to overwhelm these trenches with this approaching infantry, but I'm going to need to drop some additional artillery rounds.
Die Arme hoch,
And
Jungs!
look at that. They still have a working machine gun. Not good, of course.
Bereit machen! In Stellung gehen! Schwenkt die weiße Fahne!
Tinzel!
Wachsam Wir müssen diese Stellung halten!
Certainly are losing men at an alarming rate. We're going to call it there. We are going to call it. The rest of the men we bring in, or the rest of the men we advance with, have got to remain stationary in these trenches. In fact, even that's pretty damn risky. So risky that I'm willing to send over some conscripts to help bolster up the defense here. We'll send these guys forward as well to point B. We're just trying to make it to past that 413, and I believe that's a victory. Let's see.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Diese Stellung gehört uns. Feuerstellung einnehmen. Warten auf Befehle.
So I'm really just going to dedicate all of the men to attacking that central point. I'm hoping that we've kept them under so much fire that they wouldn't even dare try and retake it, but you know how aggressive they can be here. So let's just get into position and hope for the best. In fact, I'll put some guys right in the command trench. Many brave Germans fell for this day, but as long as we take the area, it will be great. Again, this is a point behind Verdun, which I think is going to be very valuable to us. And of course, we'll cut the enemy off from supply, because that area behind Verdun that we're attacking is the only one with a road. So this should be able to cut that army off and really start to bleed them dry. At least that's the idea here. Well, at least I'm hoping we earn a victory. With the amount of men we lost, especially with that final assault, that was totally a Paths of Glory style waste of an assault. Who knows? The enemy could end up coming out with a ceasefire, or I should say a stalemate, depending on just how many of our men we lost. I don't think so, though. I think we're going to be okay, and we still have thousands of men just in this one section of the front line. So fear not, my friends. A victory for Germania is what we really need. 35 seconds, come on now. I'm glad they stopped there, and I'm glad we stopped trying to attack X. Of course, it's a hell of a trade, though, them taking that location. As long as we take the command post, though, it doesn't really make a damn bit of a difference, I don't think. Come on, baby. May the Kaiser smile upon us. Ceasefire, damn, that's too bad. So it did come down to a ceasefire. Let's see what the ultimate decision is here. Oh, so close, guys. So close. As you can see, we actually did end up killing more of the allies than they did of us. I guess just overwhelming those massive areas. But they killed more of our elite infantry. We killed close to 9,000 basic infantry and 10 heavy artillery. I am surprised, though. Nonetheless, if we go to the world map, it should reflect that we have taken that area. Or maybe we need to win like multiple victories there or multiple battles there until we get the minor victory, and only then will they be kicked out. We'll soon see. Nonetheless, always love a tough fight, but that was definitely really tough. And as you can see, we ended up only losing 1 national morale less than the enemy. Although it does look like we reduced the enemy national will by 20, which gives us 2,000 gold reserves. That's not bad at all. And we still have a few attacks that we could take on here this turn. So if you have any recommendations for the front lines, guys, make sure to let me know in the comments below. Always love to hear them. And as you can see, yeah, it looks like we don't take the area technically. Although there's nothing saying we can't attack again in that same area next turn. Of course, this turn, the men are spent. But there's always that option next turn. I'm also really concerned about Château-Thierry and Châtillon-sur-Marne right here, because we got some very weak forces. So we've got to make some sort of a push here. I'm even thinking that maybe we attack Saint-Ménéhould over here. Or we can take the guys from Morange and go for an attack on Luneville. I don't want to go for an attack on Nancy because it's so strong. Although even over here at Epinal, oh my god, look at this, guys. An attack against the Belgians at Epinal. We could end up getting a really nice victory there. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below what you think we should do. And as always, I really do appreciate it, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. And Dankeschön for stopping by.